Hi, I'm Linda with this week's Savvy Saturday video tutorial for Spellbinders. This week the theme is free theme and we're able to do whatever we like, so I thought that I would do something that I love to do, and that's using layers and different dies to layer on my cards. For today's card I've pre-cut a centre step base and I'm using the A2 Floral Ribbon Threader from the Card Creator series of Nestabilities. I'm using number 5 and number 6 die. I'm using the Parisian Motifs Shapeability, and for this one I've used the largest, the number 5, and I'm also using the Stately Circles, and I've used the number 3 die. Spellbinders number their dies from smallest to largest, the smallest being number 1. I just wanted you to note that with the ribbon threader dies that there are 2 dies you need to use. If you just use the first one you will get a patterned inlay, but you need to put the cutting blade on, which is the second one. You see how easy it comes out with the wax paper. You need the second blade on, and also it is best to tape them so that your edging around is even and they don't move in the die. I've also used the Artisan Explorer for these, which cuts the filigree dies beautifully. Alright, I'm going to ink around the edges of this die just to give it a little bit of definition around the edges, and I deliberately chose this die for its beautiful lacy edges to show up on the card. Just quick. And I'm going to pop it onto the base with using double-sided tape. Okay, just centering it, making sure the points are at the top of the card, and bringing the lacy pattern down over the script which I have just popped on previously. And for this card I'm using the 7 Gypsies paper in the tan and ivory range. Alright, the next die is the Parisian Motifs, and this just pops out easily. I've cut and embossed, and I'm going to pop this one up on foam tape. I use a narrow foam tape, it gives dimension, but not too much, making them too bulky for posting. Popping it up at the top. You can see it at the top here, I'll just put the ink away. And for my image I have used the Flourishes A Year in Flowers, and I've coloured it using the Sukaniko Memento markers. Again, I'm popping it up on foam tape. Alright, centering it. One of the things I love about the Spellbinders dies and products is that they can all be intermingled, and you see I've used 3 different die sets to achieve a pretty layered look, and that's one of the things that you can try, is mixing up your dies and going to the ideas gallery and seeing what the designers do and getting some ideas from there. So from here I'm just going to pop on some of the Wonder Scrap heart circles in the pink pearls around the edge. Alright, and add some ribbon, or I'm using seam binding, but ribbon. Popping some tape across the bottom, the front of the die. And I'm just popping it round the back just to have the join at the front, because we're going to add a bow on there shortly. And the next thing I've done is I have a piece of lace that I'm going to pop across the bottom. And I've pre-made a double bow and popped a vintage brad in it. Alright, I've used some of the zip dry paper glue to adhere my bow. Just give it a little bit of pressure for a minute. Once the bow's dry, I'll just fiddle with the bottom of it, and I'm going to add some of the Wonder Scrap self-adhesive pearls along the lace. And here we have it. So here we have it. I wanted to show you today that creating a layered card doesn't have to be complicated. This card was quick and easy, and it doesn't have to be bulky. I've used 3 different Spellbinders dies, and we've come up with a pretty and feminine card. I hope you're inspired today to get out your dies and mix it up a bit, doing the things that you love. Thanks for stopping by today.